Everyone, welcome back to our channel. Good morning all. So in previous session we discussed about user management, but today's session we will discuss about group administration, so which is called group management. So here how to create that groups and where we can see that group information and how to assign that administration as a group user, how to add that users into the group, and apart from that, how to delete the users from the group and how to access the group members actually. So all those things we will discuss about in this session. So here are the few points. So if we can create any user, that user is assigned to the group with the unique ID, which is called GID. So then the group name and the group IDs are stored into that /etc groups, and each user is we can given their own private groups actually. So it can be added into that their groups and we can able to give that access accordingly. Even we can provide for that additional access as well, and all the users in the group can share the files that belongs to that each group actually. So there are multiple files we can able to share it each other. And apart from that, so there are two groups actually. One is called primary group, so which is whenever the user is created, automatically the primary group is defined, which is called /etc password, which we have seen last time. And the secondary group, which is defined under that /etc group file. Okay, so here are the few commands, so we can play around this, how to create that group, what is the syntax for it, and after that how to change that group name. So after that we can see for how to add and remove the group members into the users actually. Then apart from that we will see there are other different commands like gpasswd and how to add a single user, multiple users, and how to make administration of that user, how to remove that user, how to delete the group. All those things we will discuss it actually. So here are that command line. So let's see how to create that group. So there are group add is the command. So here we can provide that group name. So example, if I want to create a group add space DevOps. So DevOps is the group I have created. So as I discussed, once we created that group, so we need to come to know where the group information should be there. So we need to verify cat space /etc group. If we can enter this, so see here the DevOps group is available. Okay, so after that, if you want to set for that password, gpasswd, if we can put it. Before that, we can use gpasswd. We can put that group name. So here it will ask the password for it. Okay, so here we can give so I have set for that group password. So once we can set that group password, we can see that /etc gpasswd. Okay, so here G shadow. So using G shadow we can come to actually. So here if we can see, so this is the DevOps, so this is the encrypted password actually. So this is called group password. If you want to, we can set for that. Okay, so here two files you need to remember, cat space /etc group group. So where we can find out that group information and group IDs, cat space /etc g shadow. So where we can see the group password actually. These are the two important files you need to remember. So then second thing is, if you want to modify the group properties, so where we can use couple of options. So we can see how to use them. Like example, if you want to rename the group, how to do that. Okay, so we can use group mode is the command. Group mode is the command -n. After that you should have to give that new name of the group and existing name of the group. Okay, so this is the syntax for renaming. Sometimes by wrongly if we created that groups, we can rename it. So group mode, you can give that DevSecOps. So this is my new name and your group name is so DevOps. so you can able to rename it actually. So you forget -n, you should have to mention. See here, it got renamed. So if you want to check whether it got renamed or not, /etc group, if you can here, so you can come to see here. Earlier it was there DevOps, now it is DevSecOps. Okay, so this is how we can able to rename the group. Now you want to create the DevOps. Okay, DevOps is the user. You need to create a DevOps user and you need to add that user into the DevSecOps groups. Let's see how to do that. So let's create that user add space DevOps. I have created that user. So cat space /etc /passwd. See, this is the file DevOps user got created. Now I want to add this user into that group. So what we have to do? So user mod. Okay. Then after that capital G. Okay, G for group. So I can give what is the group name. DevSecOps is my group. So here if you can see DevSecOps. Then after that I need to give the username as a DevOps. This is how we can add it. Okay, so first thing is user mod -g group name. Then this is the username. So if you want to add the single user into the group, this is the command we can use it. There is a one more command is that. Let's see that one. So then after that you can check whether the user is added to the, see here, DevSecOps, DevOps user got added. Okay, and one more user I am creating, user add space test. Okay, so see here test user already is there. So test 4 I am creating. So cat space /etc. So see here PASSWD. So test4 user got created. By default test4 group also is created. So which is called primary group. So even if you can see cat space /etc group, if you can enter, see here test4 group is created. When the user is created, at the moment automatically the group also created. That group we can call it as a primary group. Whatever the group we created, group add space group name, that is called secondary group. Okay, now I have created that test4 group. Okay, then after that I can create one more user called test5 user, test6 user. Okay, now thing is I want to create one more group which is called group add space release, or we can call it as a production. Production is the one of the group, so where all the production users will be there. Okay, now what you need to do, cat space /etc group, if you can enter, production group is available here, but there are no members actually. Now what I need to do, I need to add the multiple users at a time. Okay, now see what we need to do, gpasswd space -m space user1 comma user2 comma user3 comma and so on. Here you can put the group name. So this is the syntax so which we can use to add the multiple users to the group actually. So now what we need to do, gpasswd space, I can give -M. Okay, then after that the username is first test4 is the user, comma test5 is the user, okay, comma test6 is the user. 3 users I am able to adding at a time to the production group. Okay, so last you should have to provide the group name. Now see it got added. Again you can check cat space /etc group group. Okay, see here it got added, test4 test5 under. So there is a one more scenario, how to make admin for that group. Suppose if you want to make a user test4 test5 as the admin, so how to do that? Okay, so if you want to use, and I can use gpasswd space, okay, -A for admin. Okay, you need to use which user, test4 I make admin, then you need to give the group. See here. And after that, so you should have to check cat space /etc group. So this will be while login time we can verify it actually, or you need to check cat space /etc g sharp if you can enter. See here, So here test4 is there. So there are two test4s. So here test4 is the admin actually. Okay. So here we can come to know. And suppose if I want to add test6 as administrator, so let's see here test6, and again if we can verify here, test6 is there. Earlier it is what test4 is there, now test6. That means test6 is the admin for the group actually. So this is how we can come to know. So once we made admin, we can go to that /etc gshadow. We can able to see the username front actually. Earlier we made a test4. We can see like this, and now we made a test6. Now see test6 came. Suppose if we can make it as a test5, now see test5 user came into the picture here. Now gshadow if we can enter, see here test5. Okay, like this if you want to make administrator, we can make it. Now the another thing is how to delete the user from the group actually. So you need to use gpasswd space -d, then you have to give the username, then after that group name. Okay, so now next thing is, so enter, see here I'm going to give that username as test4. I'm going to delete the from production group. So now see here enter, see removing the user4 from the group. Now if you want to check cat space /etc group, see here test4 got deleted. If you want to delete again test6 also same thing actually, instead of test6 if you can enter, see here test6 got deleted, see here. So this is how we can delete users from this. And finally we can see how to delete the group actually. Okay, so group del space, we can use the group name actually. So if you can give this, enter cat space /etc group. DevSecOps group, sorry, production group is gone. Now again, if you want to delete for the DevSecOps also, same thing you can mention. DevSecOps group also deleted. So this is how we can create the groups. We can add the multiple users into the group. We can add single user into the group. And one more command is there. If you want to add the single user to the group also, you can use gpasswd-a also should work actually. gpasswd space -a. After that, you should have to give that group name and username actually. Group name and username. So instead of this, we used user group mode -g. We used that group name and username. This command also similar to that actually. So this is how we can create the group. We can set the password for the group. We can see the group information, password information of the group, and we can add the users into the group. We can delete the users into the group, and even we can add the multiple users. We can make an administrator, and finally we can delete the group. So that's it, friends, about that group management. So next class we will see about permissions. Thanks for watching. If any doubts, could you please comment in my channel.